Hi, Tanya.
Hey,
Hi.
I like your background.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So I'm working with the land portion here. So I'm here in California, Central Valley. So we have a lot of land, and developer want to buy land, which is the farmers right now on top of the land, which is income producing land. Internally, the buyer will develop to subdivisions. So, in the process of developing, this takes years, entitlement the whole process. So they want to have a generate income from the farming coming in.
Yeah.
So, how you structure this contract as a business brokering, when you knowing the buyer have intentionally the buyer disclosed they are a developer in local area, everyone know. So how you structure this kind of deal, like, the value of the business itself too, they know it's just 3-4 years, as long as the plan approved, they're gonna cut them down and turn to be subdivision. So
But that doesn't matter. I mean, you value the farm the same way you would value another business. What are the income, the expenses? The land is going to value the property. You're going to value a little bit separately, but the farm, every farmer they've got income, they've got expenses. And so you're looking to calculate what's your SDE or what's your EBITDA, and then apply some multiple to that in terms of business value, and then add that to your land value.
Okay, so I do rough math. If you go that route, the value of business is actually pretty low. But if you calculate the way this developer will turn to be a subdivision, the value of the land actually more. So the developer, they want to purchase the land based on the value of the farm, how the produce. But then the seller know that this guy is going to turn to be subdivision. They know how much money they're going to make the end, so they want to push the value of the farm go higher. So so I'm in the middle, so I'm kind of see what the value, what best, how to approach it in this case. What would you suggest the value of the business?
Well, I mean, I would talk to the seller and look, the seller has an asset that he's wanting to sell. Now, if he wants to value it based on what the developers are going to do in the future, he's not part of that. That's not his money going into it, unless he wants to roll over some equity into it and they're agreeable to that, and that may be one approach, is to say, okay, well, he wants to sell. Yeah, he'll sell you the value of the farm, for the value of the farm, but he knows you're going to develop it and make a lot of money, and he wants some piece of that. So he's willing to invest with you and so roll some equity in. They'll probably tell him no, because that's not they probably don't need another investor on it, but they might. But it's like any other business where where the seller is jumping up and down saying, look at all the potential, and the buyer is saying, yeah, but that's work I have to do to capitalize on that potential, so why should I pay you for it? Buyers don't buy business unless they have potential. These developers are not going to buy this farm unless it has the potential for them to develop what they want on it. They'll go find other land elsewhere, right? So the fact that they're going to develop something, it has nothing to do with him or his farm or what he's done in the past. And they're probably not going to be willing to pay him, for that, for what they have to do in the future.
It might also help your seller to understand, when you mentioned that even the developer has risk. Just because they suddenly have title to the land doesn't mean they're green lighted, a rosy path to having homes built or whatever they want to do. They've got a long permitting process. They've got the actual investment of building the homes and the infrastructure, and the risks that the markets can turn. Those are all, definitely factors that are going into their thinking. And I mean, and Tanya's absolutely right. I hear all the time sellers tell me, well, the potential is, I said, well, the potential is something you should have done, and that's the bottom line. If you
wanted to capitalize on the potential,
if you wanted to capitalize on it, you should be coming to me with those numbers now, not the what you've actually done.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah.